because it changes it.
Do you know how to zoom out?
Yeah, but then everybody won't be in if you zoom in.
Zoom out.
Zoom out. How do you zoom out?
Touch the both with both fingers in.
Oh, too much? It was too little. I don't know. Oh, how about right there? That's good, right? Okay, great. I got it.
You see bars across the screen.
Bars. Oh, it's on program.
Gotcha.
Once it starts, you'll see yourself.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, I kind of like the unbreakable thing. I like that unbreakable like Cornell. Corral dishes.
This is the first for everything, no.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Anything to really get us off this time? You feeling like an experienced actress, interviewer, getting a skill going there, add it to your resume.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Music for the finger, they use it.
Yeah, they have a little sound.
Intro.
Stacy's gonna count me in.
Stand by. Coming out. 5, 4, 3.
At Senior Resource Network, we connect trusted local professionals to our senior community. The essence of Senior Resource Network is to protect our seniors from unscrupulous business partners. Today, we have 3 prominent business owners that are very well versed in the community and help our seniors at so many different levels. And I'll be introducing these 3 beautiful young ladies. Milena Milena Mayer from Aging Connections of Michiana.
Correct.
And we have Janice Purnell from Laundry on the Way, Cindy Cohen from C to Your Health, LLC. And so we're gonna start out our show by asking some questions about our business and our why and what we do for the community. So we'll start with Milena. Please tell us about your business. Yes, please tell us about your business.
I would love to. So it's Aging Connections of Michiana, and we started in 2020. I've had a networking group for over 20 years that during COVID, I decided to play it safe, and I left my position at a skilled nursing facility. And the moment that I left, everything just opened up and started falling into place. So what Aging Connections does, it connects professionals. We provide education, and I don't even like to call them networking opportunities. They're actually more business relationship building opportunities. We meet weekly, and the more we get together, the more we learn about each other. We build up that level of trust, and we learn more about the services that each other provides, so that when each of us are out into the community, we're better resources for each other, other area professionals, and the community at large. So our whole focus is educating professionals so that they can help each other in the community, and then helping community members. Not everybody may need resources, now, but when they do need it, it's good to know that there's someplace that you can go to and learn more about different services and different providers. So that's our mission, is to help our community on multi-levels.
Right. And there was one saying that I absolutely love when I first came to one of the meetings, because there are professionals, not just, there may be professionals that do the same thing, but what I loved about that saying is
Co-opetition. Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, we have many members that provide the same service. And like, an example would be assisted living. There are two different kinds of assisted living. There's a private pay assisted living, and then there's a waiver assisted living. So if Mrs. Smith goes to private pay facility and she can't afford it, well, then that member is going to recommend a Medicaid waiver assisted living to help them out. So it's not always about what we gain for ourselves, it's how we help our community and provide them with the best services out there.
Right, I love that. We're not in competition, we're
No.
co-petition.
Yes, co-opetition.
I love that. I love that. So Janice, tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay, well, thank you. My business is called Laundry on the Way here in South Bend. I'm really excited to be able to bring Laundry on the Way here to South Bend, because one thing that most of us are missing out on is time. We don't have time to do our laundry, whether you're a busy entrepreneur or sometimes, in this particular case, we have some senior citizens who are having challenges getting their laundry done. I had a couple of friends just this past year had some back problems or foot problems, what have you, and they weren't able to get their laundry done on their own. Laundry on the Way is here to provide those services for our community. It's as simple as picking up your telephone and give us a call, and we arrange to pick up your laundry. We'll be bringing it back to you within 24 to 48 hours. We wash, fold, sort, and then bring it back to you again. And this service we're able to do, again, because most people don't have a lot of time. Because if you think about it, your laundry's either sitting on top of your table waiting for you to come back home, or you've got busy meetings to go back and forth to, and you're like, oh goodness, who's gonna do this laundry? They can have it done, and you can come back home, it's already done. And again, like we're speaking for our senior citizens, anytime we can help our senior citizens and do anything, even if it's just doing their laundry. Sometimes they just want somebody to talk to them. And if we have the opportunity to say, hello Marie, how are you doing today? Sometimes they just need that, just to be able to continue having to interact and socialize with them.
Absolutely, I love that. So that's a much needed service. I know that, with my family, we're always on the go. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's great, come get this laundry.
I know, it's amazing.
So Cindy, tell us a little bit about your business and See to Your House LLC.
Of course, well, thanks for asking, thanks for having me. It's great to be here today. See to Your Health LLC started in 2002. I'm a registered nurse. I worked at a hospital, and I started taking care of patients after they were already sick, trying to teach them how to be healthy. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a way where people could get healthy before they went into the hospital, so then maybe they didn't have to go there. So I created See to Your Health to do that. We started with individual health coaching, then we added group coaching, then we added corporate wellness, our worksite wellness, which is a very big program of ours, and then over time we added community events. So our big community event that we do every year is the Expo for Women, and it's Beauty Inside Now, because we call it that because it's a lot more sexy to be beautiful than it is to be healthy, but if you're not healthy, you're not gonna be beautiful. So we started with that, And then I've been very successful at building that business. In about 2016, I started thinking about leaving a legacy for our community, and how great would that be to really feel like I left the world in a better place than I found it. And the thing that I thought of was, well, you know, if you have been sick and we helped you get your health back, then that's a pretty big legacy, honestly. I mean, without your health, you don't have any happiness. But I thought, well, what else could I do? And so I thought, you know what? I could create a mentoring program for women who were struggling with entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. Because over my career, I would not have been able to achieve the accomplishments that I did if it had not been the help for strong women mentors. And I feel like these days, it's very hard, especially for women entrepreneurs, to find mentors. So I created a mentoring program and founded Seed to Your Health Women's Initiative. And we've been very successful. It was officially formed in June 2018. And we started with the Women Entrepreneur Summit. And it was a huge success. We had 120 women come, and from all walks of life. And it was just really, it really changed my life. And the women who came, it changed their lives too. And they said, you know, so now we're all jazzed up from the summit. You know, what now? And I thought to myself, well, do I look like a university? Like, you know, I have a job, I'm raising a family. But I just felt like it was a problem that really needed to be addressed in our community. So I kind of took it head on. And 6 years later, we're doing our 6th Women Entrepreneur Summit. Now we have a Women Entrepreneur Mentoring Program course and certification that's very successful. And we're winning awards. So we're really excited about it and all the great things that the women entrepreneurs are doing in our community. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
And that's huge. That is huge. I went through your program, and I feel like I gained a lot of knowledge. And just even when I first started the business, it was a totally different name. Do you remember that? It was a totally different name. And then through coaching and mentoring and really breaking things down, I was able to identify the one thing that I wanted to bring everything together was to help my seniors. And so the name prior didn't reflect that. And so that's one of the reasons why the name Senior Resource Network came about, was being able to go through a program where they hold your hand.
Right, exactly.
And
hold you accountable.
Hold you accountable for each step, as well as the mental health piece, because that is one thing that is lacking in some of the other cohorts within the community, is that mental health piece. Because no one tells you that if things don't go the way you would hope to, that you're not going to have overnight success. And that's what we talked about in the green room, is the overnight success and the ability to keep it all together when things aren't going so well. So, and I know that we've all faced some challenges, as well as, you know, home life and connecting with our businesses. So I really enjoyed the program. And
thanks. I enjoyed having you. You know, it's great because what we focus on, just like for the seniors, we focus on mentoring, you know, women entrepreneur mentoring. We also focus on resource connection, so it's just like senior resources, and then confidence building. So those are the 3 areas that we're really focusing on, because we feel we've done our research and we found that those are the 3 areas that cause women to go out of business the quickest. So we provide those things. So it's not just a course, and it's not just a certification, even though certification is pretty important, but it's a mentoring program too. So we kind of lock arms with you and help you along the way. And then what I always tell people is, once you sign up for our mentoring program, we're like married. There's no divorces. We're stuck together now, and you're in our program forever. So you finish up the course, and then you can call me anytime, and we're like good family members to each other, and we really help each other. It's really amazing. I love it. I loved having you.
Thank you so much. So, Milena, tell me about your why. Why did you start this business?
I've been doing a networking group for over 20 years, and I used to joke at some of our meetings and say, gee, I wish I could figure out a way to make this into a business, because it would be much more fun than what I'm doing now. And I think the impetus from COVID and leaving position and the way things opened up so quickly, and we were talking about this earlier, that I can look back, I guess as we get older, we have a little bit more perspective in our lives. I can now look back over my life and I could take it back to when I was actually born, and all these steps along the way has prepared me for what I'm doing now. And my why and why I do this is because there's nothing that makes me happier than to help people. I'm a helper, I'm a fixer. So I want to help people find services. I want to, we talked about this too, the thing that makes me the happiest, if you didn't know Cindy and I introduced the two of you and you had this spark,
Yes.
and that would make me very happy. So if I can connect services to individuals in the marketplace that need help and are struggling, that makes me happy. So it's not a money thing, it's a helping people thing. The more I can help people, the happier it makes me. And they talk about gratitude. The more I give, it is amazing. The more you say thank you, the more you give, it just comes back to you multifold. So my heart is full. This is my joy. So I love doing this.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
That's beautiful.
That is
Well,
beautiful.
thanks.
And it shows.
Thank you.
I have been
It makes
to
me
meetings,
happy. Yeah.
and I've met you outside of the meetings, and you are just a wealth of knowledge and a warm hug. You are
I am a
warm
hugger.
hug.
I am definitely a hugger, and I just like helping people and making them happy. It makes me happy to make others happy.
It makes life a little bit easier.
It does.
It just makes life a little bit easier, and I really appreciate
Thank
that
you.
you're here today. You're talking about your business and what brings you joy. And so I want to ask the same question to you, Janice. What's your why? Why are you doing this business, or what's led you to this business?
It's just funny that you asked that, because there's always a story to the story, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, one of the things that has led me to Laundry on the Way is my passion, and my passion is in art. And right after the COVID, I was let go from my position that I had there, and I had kept pushing it to the side. My art, we talked about this too. My writing had been pushing it to the side, pushing it to the side. I said, this time I'm not pushing it to the side. This is what I'm going to focus on. However, because art is a very selective environment, you know, we don't have that person rushing over and buying all my pieces right away. Maybe they will soon, but I needed something else to help supplement my income. And the cool thing is that it was actually through another program that I had a mentor, and she was saying, as an entrepreneur, we do need to have several sources of income. And at that time, it was beautiful timing. Another friend of ours reached out and said, Janice, I have something for you. The beautiful thing about it is I needed something that was going to be flexible. I needed something that was going to generate, a good, generous source of income, and also give me the time that I needed to spend enjoying myself, enjoying family, enjoying people, enjoying helping people.
Enjoying your passion.
Enjoying my passion.
Yeah.
And a little side note to this, and one of my passions, I'm starting face painting, and I only do it because I've only doing it because I enjoy face painting children. And like a friend of mine, she said, well, you know what, Janice, I have an overflow, and so I would like to send my overflow to you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But again, it's all about helping people. And through this, Laundry on the Way, because it met those criteria, flexible. And the cool thing about this is, and you mentioned your terminology, co-opetition. The beautiful thing about it is, not only am I creating and flexibility for myself, I'm also doing it for others as well. And that's the beautiful part about that is that it's not just about me, but it's how can we help each other? Whether you're a senior citizen, a busy entrepreneur, a busy parent, a busy single father.
Mhm.
How can we help each other? And that's what this is all about. And like you already shared, I enjoy helping. I enjoy helping other people. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy being there for them. And my art business is called Communicating Joy.
Okay.
So this gives me the opportunity to talk to someone, whether it's about my laundry or about my art. And so that's how I got started.
I love that.
Ooh, could I throw something in?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Because it's all about community.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And when I first started in healthcare, everybody worked in their own silo.
Mm.
Mhm.
We didn't talk to each other. We didn't help each other because we were afraid that somebody's going to take our referral and take
Right.
our business. But we're finding out all these years later, the sad thing is, that business model does not work.
Right.
It's not about community.
Mhm.
But the more we all work together,
Mhm.
then we're working together for a reason. We're working together to help not only each other,
Yes.
but for our communities.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
I love
See,
it.
that's that spark.
That's that
Yeah,
spark.
That is
Yes.
that spark.
That's that spark. Cindy, I'll ask you the very same question. Why did you start this business or businesses?
Well, we talked about it a little bit before. I started the See to Your Health LLC because, I found that people were coming to the hospital already sick, like you already had a heart attack, and then we're trying to teach you how to not have a heart attack after you had a heart attack. So it just seemed to me that it would be a better idea to teach you how to not have a heart attack and then not have a heart attack. So that's kind of how I got started. And I started in 2002, and the business has been very successful. We've done a lot of health prevention or sickness prevention in the community. We work with all age groups. I've done a lot of work in the senior community as well as baby boomer age, and also the millennials are looking at us, at the baby boomers, thinking, I don't want to be sick like that, so I need to get me a health coach on board so that I'm not sick like my parents. So that's been very big. And then in 2016, 17, I started looking at kind of where I was with my own personal mission, and how I thought it would be great to leave a legacy in the community. So I can't think of a better legacy, and this is what I thought 5-6 years ago. I couldn't think of a better legacy than leaving 200 women in the South Bend community with thriving businesses. That was my original vision of it, but now that I see 200 is just a starting space. It's just a good place to start. It's a nice little first goal. But thanks to the Pokagon Fund, who's been very generous with us, with giving us grant money. Also, Resource Bank has also provided us with grant money. And now Notre Dame, through the McCluskey competition, we won the award for the greatest social impact. And Better World Books is a sponsor of that. We have received some financial resources to really help us, really help the women entrepreneurs in our community, specifically the ones that are struggling, and the ones that are in the Black and Brown community. Also, we focus on domestic violence support with the help of Tracy Winston and Here Are Tears, because they're great domestic violence support for our community. So we're really making an impact in our community in a really big way, and I'm like super excited about it. It's amazing.
Yes,
That's awesome.
it is awesome. It is awesome. So the reason why Senior Resource Network got started is I am a senior advocate, first and foremost. I have a background in life and health insurance, as well as I've had 25 years of experience in our senior community. And so the company formed because I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great for everything to be under one house? Where people could call and say, what do I do here? What do I do there? And I was getting calls through my clientele in the insurance industry, and they and they were coming more frequently. So being able to connect local trusted professionals with my seniors was very important. So that they were, and making sure that they were trusted local professionals that were vetted, so that they didn't have to experience unscrupulous business practices, because nobody wants to be scammed out of their money. So we've had an instance where, you know, we had a phone call from a client saying that they think they've done something wrong, or they think they got scammed. And after that conversation, there wasn't anything to do but to say I'm sorry. From that moment forward, we want to prevent those things from happening by vetting those individuals and being able to refer trusted local professionals to our seniors. And so I want to open the floor for just conversation. We've got a few minutes left over. So Melina, tell me more about some of the businesses that are in your organization, under your umbrella.
So if someone were looking for resources, what they could do is go to our website and go to our membership directory, and you can sort it by business name, location, business type. So our members are, like you were saying, vetted and good professionals, all of our members, and so they can do it that way. We also, last April, we had a resource fair in Elkhart County. We had 68 different vendors, and we had some wonderful presentations. We do have, coming up September 7th, I'm so excited. We have another resource fair at the Four Winds Casino. It's going to be in their brand new ribbon ballroom, and already we have 60 exhibitors signed up. This time we're not going to do education pieces, but we're going to have entertainment all day long. So we have Forever Learning. Their Silver Tones are going to perform for us.
Nice.
We have St. Paul Bell Ringers. These are residents that live at St. Paul's that play the bells. It's such a beautiful performance that they do. And then for the ladies, we have an Elvis impersonator.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah. The Essence of Elvis. So he will be performing at noon. And if someone is looking for resources, come on down. We're also going to have a special focus on veterans at this event.
That's very good.
So the Miller's Vets are going to do an opening ceremony for us. We're excited about that. Lots of resources for veterans, and then if anybody's interested, or just come down for the entertainment all day long. It's going to be a fun-filled, entertainment, resource-filled day, so we're excited about it.
I'm excited too. And that's September when?
September 7th from 10 to 3 at the Ribbon Ballroom at the new event center at Four Winds Casino. Tons of parking.
And South Bend.
In South Bend, yes.
Good old South Bend.
Yep.
I'm glad you mentioned something about the veteran. I actually had the opportunity to serve 9 years in the Air Force.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations! Thank you for your service.
And my parents as well. My parents.
gosh.
My mother was in the first squadron for women in the Air Force.
Oh, that's
wow.
amazing.
Yes.
My
Yes.
oldest
Trailblazer.
daughter was born at Worth Smith Air Force Base
Oh.
in Oscoda, Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So it's good to know that we're
Yes.
doing things for veterans.
Oh gosh,
And we're
it's so
including them
important.
in there.
Yeah.
That's really, and I have found that South Bend has been very embracing and rewarding. I've been in other cities as veterans and wasn't aware of the services here.
Wow.
But when I came to South Bend, it was overwhelming, the services here. So when I see somebody say, I'm a vet and I need help, I'm like, well, there's something else going on here, because there's lots of help here in South Bend, and South Bend has really embraced the
There
veterans
was just
here.
a wonderful stand down at the St. Joe County Fairgrounds last week too for veterans. So
Mhm.
yeah, we have a lot of programs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's good to know.
That's
good.
great. That's
Mhm.
awesome. And so, Janice, how do we get a hold of you?
Okay. Well, I am on Facebook under Laundry on the Way here in South Bend,
Okay.
and that's one of the best ways to get a hold of me. I have I'm at www.laundryontheway.com. Makes it really easy,
Yeah.
and we're on Instagram.
Okay.
Those are some ways we can get a hold of me on. We have a number that routes to me.
Perfect.
And the cool thing about our services is just like if you pick up the telephone and you call for food, you pick up the telephone, you call
Laundry.
us. Yes, you call. Yes, hey, I've got some laundry, and we'll schedule your laundry to pick it up. And I really work with people's schedule to, and most importantly, make sure it gets back to them in a timely fashion. And so those are the ways we get a hold of me. Good old social media.
I love that, and so many people are on social media.
Yes, yes.
So that's a great way.
Mhm.
And then Cindy, how do we get a hold of Cindy?
It's not easy. Well, you know what? I think the easiest way to get a hold of me is to actually go on Google and type in Cindy Cohen RN. And I think that will hook you into all the social media. We're on Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and but my name is pretty much connected to all of that. If you want to look specifically for the Women Entrepreneur Program, you could look up Women Entrepreneur Excellence Certification, and it'll show up that way too. And our website's a little bit complicated because it's the initials, so I have to figure out. So it's C2 Your Health Women's Initiative. So it's C2YHWI.org. So that's how you find it. Or just look up Cindy Cohen RN, and it'll be everywhere.
That's fantastic. And so you can find Senior Resource Network on a couple of different platforms. So we have our website, www.seniorresourcenetwork.org. And then you can find us on social media at Senior Resource Network, both on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And some TikTok too. So we're working on some TikTok. So we're going to do some TikTok videos with our seniors. We too have an event coming up on August 26th. It'll be at the TRC from 12 to 3. There'll be a bingo from 1 to 2, and then our guest speakers will speak on the educational piece from 2 to 3. So very excited about this, and I am so grateful and thankful that each and every one of you are here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Definitely, thank you. Appreciate this.
So our goal is to be able to connect with professionals like you guys, so that we can connect with our seniors and let them know that there are other resources, that there are resources out there for them. So that concludes our TV show, Senior Resource Network, Preparing for the Silver Tsunami, Episode 2. Thank you so much. When you need a trusted local professional.
Yeah, good job.
That was lovely.
You I have a telephone number, but I don't memorize it.
And that's okay. But you know what? And that's perfect that you didn't, because
I was just thinking about you. So, non-med